I recommend as parents you go and buy a book called Well Done by Ken Blanchard. The gist of the story is this. It's a small booklet. A person who was successful in his career, the more he went up the ladders, the lesser he saw of his family, because he had more responsibilities. And somehow the communication gap between him and his family began to grow. When he would go home, the wife would be complaining, children would be complaining, you're not spending time with us, you don't care, you don't this, nowadays you're too busy with your work, blah, blah, blah. And then he would try to say, look, I'm doing all of this for you. Every week they would have a fight, a quarrel at home. So realizing he's about to break his marriage, he decided to take time out. And they went on a holiday. Part of the family holiday was to go and visit an aquarium. And there they had one of these shows where the dolphins and the big whales would make all these acrobat movements. As he was sitting with his family observing these fish jumping, he said, look, this is unnatural to the fish to make all these movements. The trainer was able to communicate with the fish when they don't speak the same language. How did he succeed to convince the fish to do what he wants when I speak the same language as my family and you can't seem to communicate? There's something fundamentally wrong. Now I need to know the trick. So after the show, he approaches the trainer, he says, can you tell me, what's the secret? This is my situation, and here you are communicating with the fish, and you are able to make the fish do these movements immaculately. What's the secret? He says the secret is very simple. You want to know the secret? Please go and buy the book. Trainer said, it's very simple. When we catch these big fish from the ocean, and we bring them here in the aquarium or the pool, every time the fish does something we like, we reward. Every time it does something we don't like, we turn a blind eye, as if we haven't seen. And the fish begins to learn the only way to attract attention is to do something these people like. My suggestion to you is this. At home, when you children do something wrong, pretend you haven't seen, because they are saying, hey, I'm here. Whenever they do something right, pay attention, say, I have noticed you. I have noticed you. I have noticed you. The minute you make the game and they realize when I do something right, I get attention, when I do something wrong, nobody pays attention, eventually they begin to want to do the things you want rather than the things you don't want.